You are now tapped in with the Hood Mystic.
You are now tapped in with Hood in the Morning.
Waking up the masses.
When you wake up in the morning,
It's your baby mama's favorite astrologer.
like, can I get 5 more minutes?
Scrape that crust off that third eye and tap in with Hood in the Morning.
Every morning.
From Atlantis to Egypt, you are now tapped in with the realest nigga on the internet, the Hood Mystic. The Hood Mystic.
Peace to everyone. Today is Monday, April 19th. This is Hood in the Morning, an intuitive live broadcast intended to be a momentary reminder for all spiritual beings that in fact you are spiritual beings having a human experience. I'm the Hood Mystic, reporting live from the ancient Saginaw Trail, also known as Highway N1, better known as Woodward Avenue. I'm a psychic, astrologer, and author. I'm here to let you guys know that Chakra Nova is available. We will be shipping those at the end of next week. So please, thank you for everybody who has been purchasing. Today's segments include Moon Magic, which is a segment that is designed to keep us current with the energy. Our next segment, titled Nobody Talks About, is is about the Raft of Medusa. Lastly, we'll discuss emotions and why they make us sad sometimes and why they also make us fall in love. Our overall larger themes would be occult trauma and healing, hidden trauma and healing, collective trauma and healing. So thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully everything is going through cool. Let me check and see what's happening on these YouTube streets. Give me the thumbs up if y'all can hear me okay. Awesome. So let's dive deep, but not too deep, as we reference the mother of all emotions, something we can all bear witness to. The moon is in the quarter moon phase, okay? It's in the constellation of Gemini. Thank you guys for those thumbs up. So the quarter moon in Gemini is called the liar's moon. The liar's moon is how we tell little white lies that eventually colonize our mind. So in order to step out of the liar's moon, we develop an authentic, true, and honest way of speaking. When we slant our truth ever so slightly to make somebody happy, the overall result and consequence for that ever so slightly slant outside of your truth is illusion, sadness, and confusion. To say what you need to say to get what you need to get is a lie. And the consequence and result for yourself will be illusion, sadness, and confusion. So when you ask yourself, why am I feeling so sad? Why am I feeling disillusioned? Why am I feeling so confused? Understand that it's rooted within a particular lie that you are either saying to yourself or saying to other people. And even though we say so many lies that it'll be hard to pinpoint which is that one that we need to correct, I'll just say let's start with one. The truth is that you are not a human being, and anything associated with humanity has to be a lie. So, to further elaborate that truth, we are brought to the space that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. But nobody talks about it. In this edition of Nobody Talks About, we'll bring you to 1813. The Illuminati has just defeated Napoleon. And so because of this, the Illuminati members started giving out jobs in the French government and the French military. Long story short, the Illuminati French government was trailing into Senegal to either get some slaves, pillage the land, who knows what they were going to do. But they did what they was going to do, and then they left Senegal. The irony of it all is that the ship that they went to Senegal and left Senegal in was a ship called Medusa. And shortly thereafter, leaving Senegal off the coast of West Africa, the ship ran adrift. Running adrift means that it was no go for the ship. It was over for the ship. And so the crew had to decide what to do. So they leveled the ship and created a raft. And that raft fitted 147 men, and they sailed for 13 days. As you can imagine, murder, cannibalism, and overall tragedy ensued. It started at 147 men, and by the time the trip was over after 13 days, only 15 made it alive, and even a week after, there was only 5 actually remaining. Because even when they got on shore, the overall after effects of the trip was just too traumatic. The picture that you're looking at is a picture of everybody on the ship supporting a melanated man who just not 13 days ago was at the bottom of a ship on his way to France to Lord knows who what. But after a strange turn of events, everybody was supporting this man. If you look closely at this picture, you will see everybody's hands reaching out and everybody supporting one person who is supporting another person who is supporting another person. And it's all leading to them supporting Mr. John Charles. John Charles, a melanated man, is elevated as the leader. And they're supporting him and they're needing him to wave his flag because what you can't see, but if you look really, really close into the picture, you will see it's a ship off in the distance. And not only is he the leader of the ship, he is their savior. He is their only connection between life and death. And so, in these particular situations, they now support him. But it's interesting that if everything was normal, he would be at the bottom of the ship as a slave. But when the ship sinks and there's dire straits and there's murder in our streets, who do we now need to support? I find that this picture says a lot, but as always, nobody will talk about it. So this next section, I want to reference the collective trauma. And I'm referencing a study called Collective Trauma and Its Meaning. If you want to get a deeper understanding of the study, what I'm referencing is just the abstract of that particular study. And it goes in to say that collective trauma is a cataclysmic event that shatters the basic fabric of society. Aside from the horrific loss of life, collective trauma is also the crisis of meaning. It goes on to say that there are perpetrators of trauma who, after the trauma is perpetrated, they must, as a survival mechanism, deny that they even did the trauma in the beginning. Nobody says that I perpetrated. Sorry, English is my seventh language still. I'm trying my best, guys, but give me a little slack. Nobody says I perpetrated this crime against you and I'm wrong for it and I feel bad for it. They generally deny it or lie. Nor do the victims say, you hurt me. Because even if you said it, the perpetrator will say, I didn't hurt you. Thus, there's no reason to go back to the trauma and say, well, who hurt who or who was the one that hurt? Because generally people just galvanize and find other people that's hurt and they'll wave a flag of being hurt. So when you get to the crux of why the world is the way that it is, it gets to the point that everybody is lying. Emotion has a substantial influence on the cognitive processes in humans, including perception, attention, learning, memory, reasoning, and problem solving. Emotion has a particularly strong influence on attention, especially modulating the selectivity of attention as well as motivating action and behavior. In simpler terms, learning is the key to all of your desires, wants, and needs. If you really want something, you will learn how to get it, and all things will be met in your actual process of learning. So, if you walk past a door and that door is locked, does that mean that the door does not open? No, it just means that you don't have the key. Our emotions can block us or aid us in learning endeavors. So my thing is, be eager to learn. As y'all all know, I am on Instagram at the Hood Mystic, and I'm starting a challenge. And this challenge is called Twerk for the Kyballion. Now, y'all want to twerk for all types of stuff. Y'all want to twerk for cash. I want y'all to twerk for knowledge. So if you feel the need or desire to get into the space of your favorite book, I want you to twerk in front of your favorite book as you read that book. Why? Because I'm looking for high, eager, energetic, learning adults. Because in order for us to address everything that we need to address in reference to all of the sadness, confusion, and illusion that we face, it is all rooted in ignorance. And we all have so much to learn that if we're not eager and energetic to learning, if learning is boring, then ain't nobody gonna learn. But if y'all start twerking while y'all reading books, maybe the young hood guys and the young hood girls will start reading books and be eager to read as they twerk. So hashtag tag the Hood Mystic, twerk for the Kyballion, twerk while I read. Make up your own hashtag. Don't do no hashtags at all. Don't get on Instagram, but learn. Learn in a fun, eager, enthusiastic, fun way. So with that being said, now, if we choose not to learn, if we choose to let our emotions take over, because this is something that we see in our community more than other communities. Our communities are highly emotionally charged. When we riding down the street, we going to run past people and they're going to run past us with our emotions. So that's just like those people on the ship that was sinking, right? They was sinking into the sea of ignorance because their emotions got the best of us. Now, as the world is going through its topsy-turvy, upsy-downsy, it's requiring us to be leaders. It's requiring us to not use our emotions to make decisions. And if we're deciding to make decisions and we don't want our emotions to lead us, then we got to start opening and reading goddamn books. And so we so inundated with twerking and things of that nature, so shit, we might as well twerk and read. So if anybody got a book club where y'all reading and y'all twerking, please tag the Hood Mystic. This is the part where I sell you things. So if you're not interested in me selling you things, please exit the video. If you are interested in me selling you things, please continue to listen. This is an abbreviated version of Hood in the Mystic. Hood in the Mystic. HITM. Hood in the Mystic. That is crazy. But it's not Hood in the Mystic. It is Hood in the Morning. I don't know. Hood in the Mystic is like when I dream. Never mind. I had a nasty joke, but I'm going to leave that alone. I will be doing Patreon readings, Patreon conversations. If you want access to the Zoom, if you want to talk on live with me, the only way that you get access to the Zoom, even if you my best friend, even if you my wife, if you're not a Patreon member, I will not talk to you on YouTube. The link will only go on my Patreon feed. So if you want access to the Zoom link, if you want to cuss me out, if you want to check me about some money that I owe you live on air, first you got to become a Patreon subscriber. And the links are not in the description right now, but I will get them in the comments after this video is over. And also, Columbian Exchange does have the hood mug. So I got an office space and I had a whole setup, but things didn't work out as planned. But generally, I'll be showing up in my office. I'll have my hood mug. It'll be filled with tea. It'll be filled with coffee. And we'll talk about some things, right? So I don't want to drink tea and coffee by myself. So on Columbian Exchange, we do have the hood mug. As soon as you go on the site, it's the first thing that you see. Next to that, you'll see the Woodward hats. I think those are very powerful. We'll talk about the Woodward All of that in future videos. Mama Mystic got the womb steams on deck. Please, if your lady does not have a womb steam and you got questions and you wishing that that thing was wetter, you wishing that that thing was tighter, you wishing that, you know, that thing was just a little bit more squeaky cleaner, tap into Colombian Exchange. Get your wife a womb steam for Christmas, right? When it's Christmas, every single day, especially if you wear a cash shirt. Cash shirts are one of our most popular items on the store. I feel like it's not an item, it's not a product, it's an investment. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Also, we have the exotic dried magic herbs. Instead of buying herbs, you could just peruse Alter Creations within Colombian Exchange and just read about the different herbs, the gender of the herbs, the power of the herbs, the deities attached to the herbs. Get aware of what herbs you're dealing with, why you deal with them. And finally, Chakra Nova, this book will change lives, and I'm so happy for everybody that pre-ordered it so I can get you guys out of my queue. I'm tired of you guys backing up my dang order queue, so I'm going to be so happy fulfilling my queue, fulfilling these orders, getting all of these books sent out to you guys. I can't thank you guys enough. But if you like this show, please support it in any of the ways that I listed. If you're looking for additional ways to support this show, as far as advertising or just having an interview, you got a product that you want to promote and you want people to know about it, let the Hood Mystic interview you. And if you want to talk business, you know how to reach me, hoodmystic@gmail.com. So, as a final note, if you don't got no money, you know it is waiting for the stimulus like I am, right? Still waiting for my stimmy, right? And you ain't got no money, that's perfectly fine. What you can do to support this is like, share, and please hit the notification bell. If you did that already, unnotify yourself and then re-notify yourself. So, because when we go live, I want you to know. Because when you know, I need you to share it and I need to let people know, because ain't nobody talking about this. And mine is liking it and sharing it. Tell somebody personally about the conversation that we just had and insist that they listen to it. That's a better way than liking and sharing it, because generally the algorithms keep your boy out the loop. So additionally, even if you got money, if you got $1 million and you support and sow into this business all that you can, I still need you to comment what I should talk about next in the next edition of Hood in the Morning. Understand that this is not my show, this is our show, and I'm just humbly serving. And please believe I'm the Hood Mystic, signing off with this edition of Hood in the Morning. Please tell your friends and family it is going down. Subscribe. Trust me. When I get 10,000 subscribers, I'm throwing a party at a strip club and y'all all invited, right? So if you trying to see a live stream from a strip club with the Hood Mystic throwing out Hood Mystic dollars to the strippers, tell somebody to subscribe to this channel, because we need to get 10,000 ASAP, right? We at like 9,600, so we almost there, family. I appreciate all y'all support. I appreciate y'all tapping in. I don't know when I'm going to do this again. Hopefully I'll do this in the next couple of days. But comment, let me know what you thought about it. Comment and let me know what else you want me to talk about as we keep this thing moving. So peace to y'all, and I'll see y'all on the flip side.
Waking up the masses,
When you wake up in the morning,
it's your baby mama's favorite astrologer.
like, can I get 5 more minutes?
Scrape that crust off that third eye and tap in with Hood in the Morning. From Atlantis to Egypt, you are now tapped in with the realest nigga on the internet, the Hood Mystic. The Hood Mystic.